His Grace Tukaram Prabhu for the first time in our channel. So let's first welcome Tukaram Prabhu, then I'll speak a little bit about him with a loud Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari
Yeah.
Bol.
Tukaram Prabhu,
Haribo.
Tukaram Prabhu
Haribo.
joined ISKCON in Ujjain area, and he was instructed by his Gurudev, His Holiness Bhakticharu Maharaj, who has come to our temple many times, and he has been an inspiration to us to join ISKCON Bhubaneswar several years ago. He is now the Vice President of ISKCON Bhubaneswar, and he's also the Director of ISKCON Youth Forum, and he does a lot of preaching in colleges, universities, and brings the young hearts to Krishna consciousness. So today, when we have the appearance day of Vamanadev, we'd like to hear some nectar from Tukaram Prabhu so that he will enlighten us and give us some power of bhakti to approach how we should understand Vamanadev's appearance and how we should take this further in our sadhana, in acquisition of our bhakti. And so without further ado, let's welcome him once again. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining. So if you're ready, you can start your class, and we'll have the class for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and then we'll have question answer for 10 minutes, and then we'll end at 9 o'clock. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Please start. Hare Krishna.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Ram, राम राम हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. I am very fortunate to be here with all of you. So today I'll be speaking upon Lord's incarnation as Vamanadev. So today is also, like this day is also celebrated as Onam in the southern part of the country, here in India. So this Vamanadev's appearance is a very significant event in the history of this universe. So as we all know, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the 4th chapter, Krishna is saying that imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyam vivasvan manuve praha manur ichhavakya abravit. Krishna is saying that I gave this knowledge to sun god Vivasvan, and Vivasvan gave this knowledge to his son Manu, and Manu gave this knowledge to Ichvaku. And evam parampara praptam imam raj rishyo vidu. So this is how this knowledge was coming down in succession, in parampara. But sa kale nema mahata yogo nashtu parantapa. But Arjun, in due course of time, this parampara got destructed or got some hindrances. So therefore, I am giving this knowledge to you again. And why I am giving this knowledge to you? Bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam yedat uttamam. Sa evaya mayate adya yoga prokta puratana. So I am speaking this Puratan Yoga, this old yoga, or this old knowledge to you because Bhaktosi me sakha cheti. You are my devotee, you are my friend. And therefore I am giving this mysterious knowledge to you. Rahasyam etat uttamam. So Arjun immediately inquired Krishna, that see, you and me are contemporaries, and sun god is very senior to us. Then how can I understand that you have given this knowledge to sun god? So Krishna answers, Bahuni me vetitani janmani tavacha Arjuna. Arjun, I and you have taken many births, but I remember all of them. Why? Because I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But you don't remember it because you are an ordinary living entity. So being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I remember all my past incarnations. Ajopi san avvayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami atma maya. Ajo api, I am bornless. Avvayatma, I am changeless. Bhutanam Ishwaropi San. I am the supreme master of all the living entities. But still, I appear in this material world by my own internal potency. And then Arjuna inquired, Krishna, when do you appear? And Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glani. Whenever and wherever there are decline in the religious principles, uh, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सजाम्य यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य tadatmanam sajamyam. And then what you do? Krishna, Arjuna is asking, paritrana sadhunam, vinasha chadushkratam, dharma sanstharpanathaya. Three things that Krishna tells. First is paritrana sadhunam, to protect my devotees. Vinasha chadushkratam, to kill the demons. And dharma sanstharpanathaya, and to establish the religious principles. And whoever understands janma karm chame divyam, whoever understands that my activities, my appearance are transcendental, tattvataha, one who understands it scientifically, tattvataha, then that kind of person never takes birth in this material world again. So this is a synopsis of Krishna's incarnation, which is presented in Bhagavad Gita in the 4th chapter. Now, there is a very interesting phenomenon that we need to understand. That when Krishna says Paritrana sadhunam vinasha dushkatam dharma sanstharpanathaya, these three things, Paritrana sadhunam, to protect the devotees. Now, Lord appears in this world to protect the devotees. But the point is, Lord can protect his devotees even when he's staying in his own abode in Vaikuntha. Krishna has, or Lord Vishnu has instructed his Sudarshan Chakra that whenever and wherever my devotees will be in difficulty, you need not have to take my permission. You can immediately go and protect my devotees. And we have the example of Ambrisha. When King Ambrisha, he was attacked by Durvasa Rishi, at that time, Sudarshan Chakra did not take he could not take permission of the Lord. He immediately, or Sudarshan Chakra immediately went to safeguard Ambrish and to chastise Durvasa. So for protection of devotees, Lord need not come personally. Then Paritrana Sadhunam Vinasha Chadushkratam. For killing the demons, Krishna comes personally. That is also not a very important thing. Killing demons. Why? Because Krishna is sitting in everyone's heart. Krishna can just grab one vein of or one artery of a demon, and the demon could die out of heart attack. Krishna is present in heart of all the living entities, even in the heart of a mosquito. That mosquito can bite a demon, and the demon could die out of chikungunya or dengue or malaria. So Lord do not come here to kill the demons, nor he comes here to protect the devotees, because these things are automatically taken care by Lord Krishna's potencies. Third is to dharma sanstharpanathaya. Now Krishna regularly sends his men, his parshads, to establish dharma. So that is also, say for example, Krishna sent Jesus Christ, Krishna sent Srila Prabhupada, Krishna sent Madhvacharya, Krishna sent Ramacharya. So all these exalted personalities came and they established the principles of dharma according to time, place, and circumstances. So for that also, Lord did not come personally. The question arises, then why Lord comes personally? The answer is, Prabhupada also write in the commentary of this verse, Paritrana sadhunam vinasha chadushkatam, and he take the commentary from the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, where he says that actual meaning of Paritrana sadhuna means those devotees in the separation of the Lord, they are feeling the pangs of separation. Their hearts are burning out of separation for the Lord, and because of that reason, Lord appears personally and perform different pastimes by which he actually give pleasure to the devotees. And that Lord needs to do personally. No other agency on behalf of Lord can do so. The devotees are eagerly waiting for the presence of the Lord, personal reciprocation with the Lord. So this thirst has to be quenched by Lord himself. Nobody else can do that for devotees. And therefore Lord appears personally. Mad bhaktana vinodartha karomi vividha kriya. The Shastra says that Lord appears in this world, Mad Bhaktanam Vinodartham. Vinodartham means for the pleasure of my devotees, I take various incarnations and I do different kinds of activities to give them pleasure. So, for example, when we see that Lord Ramachandra, he built a massive bridge, a big bridge between Indian peninsula and Sri Lankan island. So this, why he did so? Because this is how he could engage so many monkeys and other animals into his service. And they all got happiness, they all got satisfaction simply by serving the Lord in to best of their capacity. And they, because of the reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord, both of them derived pleasure. Lord also derived pleasure and devotees also derived pleasure. So therefore, when we say that Lord Vamanadev appeared because the heavenly planets were taken away by King Bali, who was the grandson of Prahlad, and at that moment, at that moment when Bali Maharaj took away the Swarga, the heavenly abode, he actually captured the entire heavenly territory at that time. At that time, mother of demigods, Aditi, she approached Kashyap Muni and started to narrate her sad story that my children are now bereft of their kingdom. At that moment, Kashyap Muni, what he did? He told Aditi that you follow the Payovrata for 12 days, and by the dint of this austerities and devotion, Lord will actually help you. She very sincerely performed this Payovrata, and within 12 days, Lord appeared, Lord Narayana appeared, Lord Vishnu appeared, and he promised that he will uh, appear as Aditi's child and he will take the kingdom back from the Bali and his Daitya associates and give it to the demigods. So then eventually Lord appeared as Lord Vamanadeva. So Vamanadev took birth from the womb of Aditi. So that was the one reason, just to take the kingdom back from demon and gifting it to demigods. That was the gona reason, or that was the secondary reason that why Lord appeared as Vamanadev. But the primary reason is a very different one. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj here in Bhubaneswar, so he used to give classes and he used to tell this very beautiful pastime. Once, when Lord Narsimhadev appeared, so Lord Narsimhadev appeared from a pillar, Sthambe Sabhayam na Mrigam na Manusham. And he appeared in a form, very fierce form, with the face of a lion and the body of a human being, Narsimha. Now, Gaur Govinda Maharaj tells that why not in an opposite way? Lord could have come with the face of a human being and the body of a lion. Then also he could have killed Hiranyakashipu. Because in that sense also, he would have fulfilled the prophecies or the benediction offered by Lord Brahma. So why Lord chose to have the face of lion in the body of human being, and why not face of a human being and body of a lion? So it's a very interesting phenomena. So Maharaj tells that the reason is to kill the demon is not the prime duty of the prime pastime or prime function of the Lord, because killing the demons he could have done through any other agency. The prime focus is how Lord will actually bless his devotee, or how Lord will give pleasure to his devotee. when Lord Narasimha Dev appeared as human, as the body of a human being and face of a lion. The reason is human being loves their kids by taking them on their laps, and how lion love their cubs by licking them on the face. So now if Lord would have taken the body of a lion and a face of a human being, in that case he would not have, like, there was no possibility for the Lord to take Prahlad on his lap, and there was no possibility for the Lord to lick the Prahlad's face. And therefore, what Lord did? Lord took the body of a human being and made Prahlad to sit on his lap. And he had the face of a lion, just like a lion is very loving towards his cubs, and uh, how they love their cubs by licking them on the face. Similarly, Lord Narasimha Dev started to lick Prahlad on his face. And this is how Lord Narasimha Dev was giving pleasure to his wonderful devotee Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Allah Daine. He was actually giving pleasure to Prahlad Maharaj by setting him down on his lap and licking on his face. And at that moment, Prahlad Maharaj was completely satisfied. He was very happy. When Lord Narasimha Dev was observing Prahlad, that how much satisfied Prahlad is, how much happy Prahlad is. Why he's happy? He's happy because he is receiving this Vatsalya Prem from Lord Narasimha Dev. At that time, Lord Narasimha Dev started to think about his own pastimes. He said that I appeared as Meena avatar, but then I had no parents. Then I appeared as Kachhap avatar, Kurma avatar. At that moment also I had no parents. I appeared at Shukara avatar. I had no parents. Although it is said that that Sukar avatar or Kachhap avatar came from Lord Brahma, but still he could not relish the Vatsalya Prem. And how he could relish? Vatsalya Prem means what? The parents will hold their child onto their laps. This is how they offer the love to their young ones. So, but Kachhap avatar, as we know, it was so big that just to have this, Lord was having the feeling of itching. So his itch was actually satisfied by keeping Mandrachal Parvat. On one side there were demons, lakhs and lakhs of demons, and other side there were lakhs and lakhs of devotees, demigods, and they were all doing this Samudra Manthan. And this Mandrachal Parvat was on the back of Lord Kurma, and Lord was feeling relaxed. So we can just imagine, say, when we have this itching sensation. I don't know whether this is available in America or not. This, have you ever seen this kind of yantra? So this is Chinese yantra. If I have some scratch, then I'll use it like this. So I am an ordinary living entity. I use this for scratching my back. And what Lord does when he has itching on his back, he employed the entire Mandrachal Parvat. And this Mandrachal Parvat, lakhs and lakhs of demigods and lakhs of demons, they were all collectively doing something to give satisfaction to the Lord. And Lord becomes so satisfied that he slept comfortably. Just imagine this Kurma avatar sleeping comfortably on the ocean, on the back, this Mandrachal Parvat. It is like the demons and demigods are working hard, and Lord is relaxing, and then and this his long breaths are coming, this comfortable breath. And Sutta Goswami says in Bhagavatam 12th canto that because of this long breath that Lord is exhaling, because of that we have these waves in the ocean till today. So this is Lord's pastime, inconceivable. So the point is, neither Lord Kachhap had parents, nor Lord Shukar had parents, and nor Lord Meena has parents. And this time Narasimha Dev, again no parents, because Lord Narasimha Dev is appearing from Stambha Sabhayam, the pillar in the Sabha. So when Lord Narasimha Dev observed, just see Prahlad, how much relishing, how much he's enjoying the Vatsalya Prem that I am offering to him. But I am being the Lord, but I am bereft of this all this Vatsalya Prem. So although I am the Lord of everything, but I am lacking in certain things. And what I am lacking? I never had the opportunity of this Vatsalya Prem. And therefore, Lord Narsimhadev decided that whenever I'll come in next incarnations, I'll have parents. I'll come from the womb of the mother, so that I'll also get this opportunity to release the Vatsalya Prem. And therefore, we can see after Narsimha Dev that there was the appearance of uh, appearance of Vamanadev, where he actually came from the womb of Aditi. So he had father Kashyap, he had mother Aditi. And why Lord appeared in this form? So that he could actually relish the Vatsalya Prem of Aditi and Kashyap, because that he could not relish in his previous incarnation. So therefore, Gaur Govinda Maharaj says that the main reason for Lord appearing as Vamanadev was to relish the Vatsalya Prem of Kashyap and Aditi. So then Lord appeared as Vamana, and immediately, because he has promised his mother that he will take away the kingdom that is been captured by Bali and his associates. So Lord went to the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj, and there he told Bali Maharaj that I want. Bali Maharaj actually welcomed him with whole his heart, and requested, "Oh my dear Brahmana, how can I serve you? Kindly ask something in charity." So at that time, as we all know, Vamanadev, he requested for three pieces of land, 3 foot of land actually. So at that time, Bali said that, my dear Brahmana, it seemed that you're not intelligent enough, because you could ask me anything you want in this world. I can give you the entire kingdom. What to say of just 3 feet of land? At that moment, Vamanadev told Bali Maharaj that one who is not satisfied with this much land, he cannot be satisfied with the entire kingdom or entire sovereignty over earth. So Bali actually agreed to give Vamana whatever he desired. At that moment, Shukracharya told Bali, Bali, what do you think? He's not an ordinary Vamana. He's Lord Vishnu himself. And he has disguised himself as Vamana, and he will take away everything from you. So at that moment, Bali said, my dear Gurudev Shukracharya, uh, see, when you offer Archana to the Lord, so when you offer Archana to the Lord, you imagine in your mental state that Lord is coming, Lord is being offered water, Lord is being offered arghya, Lord is being offered asana, Lord is being offered bhoga. So all these offerings are made by you in a mental realm, mental state. Uh, you never see that Lord is coming and asking all these things. You imagine and you give it to the Lord. But for me, Lord is coming personally. Hmm? So how much fortunate I am. Even if this person is not a Darf, is not a Vamana, but he is Lord Vishnu himself who has disguised himself and asking me something. So I must give it to him. Because one who is most fortunate, Lord comes personally to him and asks for something. That means I am really most fortunate. But Shukracharya tried to explain Bali that, see, Bali, if someone is in danger, he can tell lies. Uh, and your property is about to get seized. You are in dangerous situation. You can tell lie. There are certain situations when someone can tell lie. Say, for example, if somebody is doing a business, so businessmen generally tend to speak lies. Why? Because if you not speak lie, you cannot do business. Businessmen tell that, see, I have brought this for you, and I am giving it to you without any profit. So they must be charging a huge profit. But how they communicate with their customers, they say, I am not charging any amount of profit from you. You are my so dear person, I am not charging. But they are charging. So that means a businessman, if a businessman will not tell a lie, he'll not be able to do business. Some amount of lie is permissible in doing business. Some amount of lie is permissible in joking. Some amount of lie is permissible for marriage settlements. So this is how Shukracharya was explaining the niti Shukra Niti, that in what all position, what all circumstances you can tell lie. But Bali Maharaj told that, see, Gurudev, I will never tell lie to a Brahman. I have given my words. For a person, this fame is more important. In Niti Shastra, it is said, Adhama Dhanam Icchanti. Those who are third class people, they desire for wealth. Adhama Dhanam Icchanti. Dhanam Manam Cha Madhyama. And those who are mediocre, second grade people, so they have desire for dhana and manam. And those who are first class people, so they desire only fame. So I do not want to become a third class person, nor I want to become a second class person. I want to become first class person. If I have given my words, I cannot take it back. And if Lord Vishnu wants to take away everything for me, he is free to do so. So this is how Bali Maharaj is actually disobeying the instructions of his spiritual master. But there is another interesting phenomena we need to understand. Why Bali became so powerful that he could conquer the heavenly planets, and why the demigods become so weak that they could not help themselves. The reason is in the eighth canto and the sixth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we see this, that once Indra, he actually became offensive towards his guru Brihaspati. As a result of that, Indra became weak. In his, it is said that Mahad Atikramat, when we disregard or become offensive towards the great personality, all our good fortune, all our wealth, all our longevity, all our fame, all our brightness, everything is taken away. So therefore, one must never offend any great personality. Because Indra offended Brihaspati, the result was he lost his kingdom. On the contrary, Bali Maharaj worshipped Shukracharya with all his heart, and thus he derived so much power that he could even conquer the heavenly planets. But now there is a subsequent U-turn in the activities of Bali Maharaj. This time he is disobeying the orders of his spiritual master Shukracharya. But why is he disobeying? What is the reason? Because it is said that in order to satisfy Lord Vishnu, if we need to somehow, if sometime it happens, and there are another example in the scriptures. Say, for example, younger brother of Lord Ramachandra, Bharat, he disregarded his mother. Prahlad Maharaj, he disregarded his father. Chatush Kumar, they disregarded his father. When Brahma wanted Chatush Kumar that you must engage into family life and reproduce children. So Chatush Kumar said, no, my dear father, will not be able to do so, because our goal is to attain lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. We did not want to get ourselves entangled into family life. So they disobeyed the order of their father. So Bharat Maharaj disobeyed the order of mother. Prahlad Maharaj disobeyed the order of their father. Similarly, there was another personality called Yadu. We must be knowing there is a famous story in Bhagavatam 9th canto where Sarmishtha and Yayati got married, and Devyani and Yayati got married, and Sarmishtha also went with Devyani as a maid servant. And there was a condition that Devyani made condition that Yayati will never beget children through the womb of Sarmishtha. But one day Sarmishtha approached Yayati, and Yayati actually accepted the proposal, and then there were children begotten through the womb of Sarmishtha. When Devyani got to know this, she became upset. She went to her father Shukracharya and complained about Yayati. At that time, Shukracharya cursed Yayati that you'll immediately become old. At that time, Yayati told, my dear, my dear father-in-law, see, the curse that you have given it to me, it is it will create a difficult situation, not just for me, but for your daughter also. So, so at that time, Shukracharya realized that he made a mistake. But then he offered the antidote, and the antidote was, Yayati, if any one of your any one of your uh, any one of your children can give their youth to you and take your old age, then this change is possible. So Yati approached Yadu and told, my dear Yadu, you are my eldest son, and see, I am not yet satisfied by enjoying by sense gratification within this material world, and therefore I request you, kindly take my old age and give your youth to me. At that time, Yadu denied. And why Yadu denied? The reason was, Yadu denied because Yadu said that, see, my dear father, I am in young age now. I can serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead with all my energy. If I'll become old, I'll not be able to serve the Lord. And therefore, I cannot accept your proposal. Then Yayati went to other children, other sons. All of them denied. Why they denied? Because their point was, my dear father, you enjoyed in your youth, and now when there is time for us to enjoy, you are asking our youth. It's not possible. Sorry. And then Yayati approached his youngest son, Puru, and then told Puru, kindly take my old age and give your youth to me, because I am not yet satisfied by mental sense enjoyment. And Puru actually happily accepted this exchange offer. He immediately took away the old age of his father and gave his youth to him. And when Yayati became pleased with Puru, later on he handed over his kingdom to Puru, and therefore we see the Puru dynasty is the main ruling dynasty, where the eventually Kurus came, and later on Yudhishthir Maharaj and others came. And this Yadu dynasty is always subservient to the Puru dynasty, where Lord Krishna appeared, who is subservient to Yudhishthir and other Pandavas. So that was the history. But here we see that Yadu also denied his father's instruction. Why? The primary focus was to serve Lord. So there are instances, just like Yagya Patnis, they denied the instructions of their father, their husband, and they offered all the foodstuff that was about to be taken to the sacrifice. They took it to Krishna just to make him satisfied. So there are examples in histories where people actually neglected their or rejected their parents, relatives, husbands. Why? Because the goal was to satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it is said that Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje. There are two types of dharma, Paro Dharma and Aparo Dharma. Aparo Dharma means dharma that is on the bodily platform. And aparo dharma, this is called aparo dharma, and there is another paro dharma, a soul's connection with the Supreme Lord. So in order to serve Krishna, if there is sometimes we need to neglect aparo dharma, then there is no harm in that. This is what Shastra says. So therefore Bali Maharaj, knowing well that what is his parodharma, is to offer everything to Lord Vishnu. And therefore he actually disregarded the instructions of his guru. That was a parodharma. And eventually Shukracharya became very dissatisfied. He left uh, Bali, and Bali offered everything to Lord Vamana. So Lord Vamana at that time, he took this Trivikrama form, and he showed his universal form, and within the two uh, two 2 foots, like he actually captured everything. And then Lord Vamana became very angry. That was his pastime. He said, Bali, you are a liar. You told that you'll give me 3 pieces of land, but I eventually captured everything within 2 feet. And where should I keep my third foot? And he became very angry. And Lord Vamanadev sent Bali to Sutal Loka, and there he captured Bali with the Varun Pash. And when he captured Bali with Varun Pash, at that time Prahlad Maharaj came. This entire incident is in Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto. And Prahlad Maharaj told Lord Vamanadev that, Lord, you have shown extraordinary mercy on Bali, because he was very puffed and very much proud of his material positions. But now, because you have taken away everything, now he's in his natural constitutional position as your servant, and therefore you have shown him the greatest mercy. At that time, Bali told Vamanadev that, my dear Vamanadev, I am not a liar. Whatever I say is truth. I have already given you 2 foot. Now, where you'll keep your 3rd foot, you put it on my head. I surrender my life unto you. So therefore, the entire the principle of Atma Nivedan came from Bali. Interestingly, just I'll give you an example. When we go to purchase a tape, uh, sticky tape, we call it cello tape. You must have heard cello tape. So now cello is a name of a company and tape is the name of product. So there are many companies those who are actually manufacturing tapes. But cello tape has become so famous that we always call tape as cello tape, let alone that it belongs to any other company. Similarly, Bali's Dan has become so famous that we call it Balidan. This word is very famous, Balidan. So Balidan means, now Dan are of various categories. But when we call Balidan means sab kuch nichhawar kar, like sacrificing everything. Atma Nivedana tua pade kari. Atma Nivedan. The Bali has set this example of Atma Nivedan. So this is how we can see that the Dan of Bali has become so famous that this Dan became Bali Dan. So we call it Bali Dan. So this is how Lord actually glorified Bali in the community of devotees. Now we all know that because Bali Maharaj was not a liar, rather Lord performed this entire pastime to glorify his devotee King Bali. And eventually Lord gave him this Sutala Loka, the rule entire kingdom of Sutala Loka. The Sutala Loka is considered to be the a more opulent place than heavenly kingdom. And also Lord told Bali that he'll be staying with him always, protecting him as his doorkeeper. Not only that, Lord also told Bali that he'll become the king in the next Manvantara. So present Manvantara, the name of Indra is Purandar, and next Manvantara, Bali Maharaj will become the king of heavenly planets. So then this is how Lord glorified Bali Maharaj. And then what happens? Lord tells Shukracharya ki, see Shukracharya, your sacrificial performance has been hampered by my pastimes. So now you can continue them. So Shukracharya told Lord that mantratas tantratas chidram desh kaladi vastunaha sarvam karoti nischidram anusankirtanam tava. Shukracharya, Lord Vishnu told Shukracharya that because of my pastimes of as I came here, I took away the possessions of Bali and I put him Sutalaloka. And this because of this entire incident that took place, your sacrifice that you were making, so it got hampered. So you can continue them. At that time, Shukracharya says, my dear Lord, if we do certain kind of yagyas, and during that yagyas or during those pujas and during those rituals, if mantratas tantratas chidram, if there are some kind of, chidram means holes, or chidram also means some disparities, some incompleteness during the performance of our pujas, during the performance of our rituals, there might be some disparities, some offenses, some incompleteness on account of chanting mantras. There will be some offenses, there will be some disparities, there will be some incompleteness on account of performing the tantras, mantras, tantratas chidram. Desh kaladi vastunaha. For example, directions. It is very important that while performing certain pujas and yagyas, we take care in what direction we are keeping the deities, in what direction we are keeping fire, in what direction we are sitting, in what direction we are keeping the bhogas, in what direction we are keeping Agni, etc. But might be there are incidences when Brahmanas or the priests are not well versed or not experienced enough. So there might be certain problems and disparities and incompleteness due to the decision of the directions. Desh, Kala, the time. If, for example, for a certain pujas, there are certain muhurut. There are certain time frame. Within this time frame, you need to perform that certain puja. But in this age of Kali, it is very difficult to follow uh, those conditions. Desh, Kaladi, Vastunaha, and whatever product that we are using, there is no guarantee that those products are pure. So neither time is good, nor products are pure, nor directions are specified. There are incompleteness, disparities due to chanting of mantras and in the ritualistic performance of tantras. But all these emptiness or all these imperfections, all these disparities can certainly be removed by constant Nam Sankirtana. So Shukracharya is telling Lord, just by your Nam Sankirtana, all the imperfections and disparities goes away. All the incompleteness goes away. Rather, everything becomes complete and perfect. And what to say when you are personally present here? How you can say that this yajna is incomplete? This yajna is not incomplete. Rather, you are personally present in this sacrificial arena that shows that yajna is complete. So how this conversation started? Lord Vamanadev told Sukracharya that your yajna is not yet complete, complete it. And Lord Shukracharya answered, where there is constant chanting of your name, everything becomes complete. So just by chanting the name, the things become complete. What to say when you are personally present here? So this is how, through this pastime, Shukracharya is also elaborating on the glories of Nam Sankirtana. Because as we all know that in this age of Kali Yuga, it is very difficult that we don't know how to chant mantras properly. We don't know how to perform rituals properly. We do not have the right understanding of cleanliness, desh, kala, adi, vastunha, etc. So then how our offerings will become perfect and complete? Simply by Nam Sankirtana. And therefore, our acharyas have given us this system that whatever we do in our temple, either it is arati, pujas, or whatever, it is accompanied with the Nam Sankirtana. Why? Because simply by Nam Sankirtana, everything becomes perfect and complete. So this is the entire summary of Lord Vamanadev's pastime. There are so many intricacies that we can move on, but this is the summary that we could discuss within that time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. It was so enlightening. You spoke a lot about, why. I mean, I for the first time knew what Balidan is, and you talked about Hiranyakashipu's face and body, why it is not reversed. So many intricate references you made, and so many rationalizations from scriptures you gave and you quoted. So thank you so much. It was just wonderful. It was just a wonderful, seamless hearing you for the last 40-45 minutes. It was just non-stop uh, nectar. So I would like to ask if anybody would like to ask Tukaram Prabhu a question on today's topic. You can unmute or raise your hand. And Amritanand Prabhu, as always, uh, he always asks beautiful questions. So Ramdas Prabhu, you can unmute and ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for a great class, Prabhu. My question is on the last point you made about chanting the holy names of the Lord completes everything. So, Prabhu, one of the offenses we learned, 10 offenses, is, we don't use the holy name against protection for sin. But in this case here, we are doing yajna or worship or anything, and we're doing it improperly, but still it is, acharyas say that you should be chanting the holy name. So how do we understand these two seemingly contradictory instructions, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. Very nice question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, when we go for Archana, So there is one mantra that we always used to recite after offering arati, after offering any puja. We say the mantra is I just forgot that mantra. We say that we
अपराध
actually
सहस्राणि mantra अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते मम हर्नस्य मया, that mantra, or the kayena vacha manasendriyaiva, that one.
no, the initial mantra what you said, Proji?
अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते मम
Yeah, before that also there is a mantra.
A few more mantras are there, yes, for
Yeah.
offering and other things, yes.
So we practically ask for forgiveness, or we ask for we beg for forgiveness. Or in simple terms we say sorry. Mantra hinam, kriya hinam,
Hinam
bhakti.
bhakti hinam janard.
Correct. Yeah.
I was just reflecting once after doing archana. So I was after doing arati, I was reciting this verse. Mantra hinam. Mantra hinam means we might not be knowing mantra hinam. We don't know the proper mantras. So if somebody may say, okay, I don't know mantra hinam. I'm mantrahin. I don't know the mantras, but at least I know the kriyas. How many times we need to rotate the agarbatti, means incense, how many times we need to rotate lamp. But eventually we'll see, no, we are not also perfect. We are not perfect in that also. So mantrahinam, kriyahinam. Then somebody may say, okay, I am not good at mantra, I'm not good at kriya, but at least I have bhakti in my heart. But then if a devotee actually recognizes his position and says, no, bhakti is also lacking. Bhakti hinam janardana. So our situation is like that. Mantra hinam, kriya hinam, bhakti hinam janardana. And where is our situation? So it's not that we are knowingly we are committing mistake, or we are simply what we say, we are not savadhan, we are not attentive while offering these archana and arati and pujas, and because of inattentiveness we are making mistakes. It's not like that. We will be attentive, but still there will be disparities in our performances. So this name offense, because seva aprad also become nam aprad when we consider that, okay, I can do any kind of inattentive activities, and then I can chant holy name, and I can beg for forgiveness. So our acharyas give the clear instruction. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also it is mentioned that seva aprad turns into nam aprad if we do it inattentively. Rather, if we are doing it knowingly, thinking that I can do any kind of seva aparad, ultimately nam will follow. So we need not have to turn our seva aparad into nam aparad. And how we'll do that? We will be 100% attentive to best of our capacity. We should recite mantras, tantras, everything nicely. But still we should know that these things cannot be perfect on account of our conditionings. And therefore we shelter of holy name.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
I think
Prabhu.
Srinivas Prabhu has a question, I think. Srinivas Prabhu, you have a question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Right.
Dandavat Pranam. All goes to Prabhupada. You have given very nice lecture about Vamanadev and Bali Maharaj. And Prabhuji, I could not get the complete understanding of Paradharma, Aparadharma, and what exactly is the difference. Can you just say it again, Prabhuji?
Yeah. So, Prabhuji, dharma are of two categories. Paradharma means the soul's relationship with Krishna. And aparadharma means the bodily dharma, or bodily or responsibility that comes out of bodily connections. Say, for example, if I'm a citizen of a country, I have certain responsibility toward the country. If I'm a member of a certain community, I have certain responsibility towards that community. If I'm a member of a certain family, I have some responsibilities toward the family. If I am a son, I'm a husband, I am a brother. So according to all these bodily relationships, I have certain activities to perform, certain responsibilities to perform. That is called aparadharma. And it is important that we must follow, or we must actually perform all this, or take all care of all these responsibilities nicely. But when there are certain situations when there is a disparity, or there is a what we say, the word is our moral responsibilities or our family responsibilities, community responsibilities, they interfere with the spiritual responsibilities, which is parodharma. At that time, we need to take a decision what to do. So, for example, sometimes people say, for example, those who have joined full time as a brahmachari. So people give the example of Shravan Kumar in Ramayana. That Shravan Kumar is taking care of his parents so nicely, and you have given up your parents and you have become a monk. So, so they give the and say they quote. They see it is in scripture only. In your scripture only, it is said that Shravan Kumar was such a nice person who took his parents to different pilgrimage. And what you are doing in the name of God. So we need to understand. Our acharyas have taught that Shravan Kumar has taken care of his parents. That was his aparo dharma. That was important. That is important. That certainly valuable. But when it comes to serving Krishna, if there are certain sacrifices required, one must be ready to make that. I'll give very simple example here in India. So there was a freedom fighter named Bhagat Singh. So Bhagat Singh actually left his family. He left his mother. He left his sister. He left his wife. And he actually fought for the country. And then he was eventually hanged. So now people give the example that, see, Bhagat Singh was such a nice person, such a great person. Why? Because he sacrificed everything for the national cause. So see, just to serve the entire country, millions and millions of mothers, he actually left his one mother, one sister, one wife. So, and he became glorious. Why? Because people glorify him. Why? Because he sacrificed his family responsibility for the taking the responsibility of the entire country. So Yagyaval Samhita, Vishwanath Chakravarti quotes in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita that there are two dharmas. Say, I am a Satyavadi, I am a truthful person. Being a truthful is a very great virtue. But if somebody will come to me and ask that, if say for example, if a cow is running and this butcher is just behind the cow, and that butcher asks me, where is the cow? So if I'll protect my Satyavadita, Satya Dharma, truthfulness, the virtue of truthfulness, and I'll tell cow has gone to that direction, and cow will get killed. So then my Satyavadita will have no value. So within the moral principles, Yagyavalkya states that there are differences. And then what to say about morality and transcendence, mundane morality versus transcendence. Within the mundane morality, there is the consideration of lower and higher platform. Serving family is very good thing, but sacrificing family for the cause of nation is very high. So within the mundane morality, there are different stratas. And then what to say of mundane morality versus transcendence. So mundane morality means aparodharma and transcendence means parodharma. Krishna consciousness is considered to be parodharma.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained with multiple examples. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Any other question? It looks like Prabhuji is getting calls for his other services. Any final question before we end?
Can I ask Prabhuji a question?
Yes,
If time
Prabhuji.
permits.
Jagdish Sharma, Prabhu. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhu. Prabhu, like you mentioned that these disciples, like they did not follow their guru's orders. You given the many examples, like they denied their guru's order. So what we learn into that, like they were guru testing them, how they were strong, or how to understand and compile that, like other way we say that denying the guru, like this aparad, right? We should not deny the Guru Maharaj instructions, whatever comes. But these examples, like they denied their Guru's instructions. So how to understand, like this the contradictory play?
Yeah. Prabhu, your question is very nice. There are actually multiple categories of guru. Shukracharya is considered to be Shukra Acharya. Shukra means seminal guru. So Prabhupada has written many times that there are seminal gurus, seminal Goswamis, those are coming in the family parampara. Sometimes we see that people get initiated even when they become mature. In childhood only they get initiated, and then they come to Krishna consciousness. And then we tell them, see, you have been initiated when you were a child, but that was a seminal guru. They are not actually the Vaishnava gurus or gurus. Those are actually enlightening in spiritual life. So then there is no fault in giving them up, or no fault in leaving them. Rather, it is the perfection that so many gurus have blessed you, and therefore you came to Krishna consciousness. So that means, so it's actually not, we are not denying them. Rather, just for example, when we are in KG1, KG2, first standard, second standard, third standard, so we give those gurus, and then we come to 12th standard. We give the guru of 12th standard, then we come for graduation. We give the guru of graduation, we come for PhD. So we do not, actually the word giving up is not very good. Rather rather we can say that we have taken our education from them. We are very grateful for them, but that doesn't mean that we'll always be sticking to them. So whatever Shukracharya offered to Bali was certainly grateful. But when it came to the higher sacrifice making for Lord Vishnu, then he could understand that Shukracharya was a primary teacher. He taught me in the primary school. Fine. But that doesn't mean that I'll always stay in primary school. I need to do graduation as well. I need to do PhD as well. So therefore, there is no fault in giving up that. Similarly, within the Vaishnava Guru also, we take so many instructions from so many gurus. And there will be naturally be gradation depending upon their experience, depending upon their maturity, depending upon their transcendental realization. We worship each and every guru. We worship, we actually appreciate the blessings and guidance of each and every guru who is coming into our life. But still we'll find that we'll find more and more realized personalities, and we'll offer ourselves to them. There is no harm in that. Say, for example, Prahlad Maharaj took guidance from Narad Muni. Later on, he eventually came across Avduta. He took knowledge from him also. So he is grateful towards Narada also, is grateful towards Avduta also. So both the examples lies. Giving up the seminal guru and taking up the Vaishnava guru. Within the Vaishnava guru, if we find someone more spiritually mature, we are always open to take guidance from them. So that is how spiritually we become strong. So both the examples are available in our scriptures. So there is no question of denial of guru. There is no question of disobeying the guru. Rather it is said that, say for example, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur Prabhupada said that I was initially printing magazines, but then someday someone told me that why you are printing magazines, why don't you print books? So that was an ordinary person, but I could see my guru through him. So this is how, when we become mature in our spiritual understanding, we can see Guru's presence everywhere. 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Uddhava was being given knowledge by Lord Krishna, this 24 Gurus concept. So there Krishna himself telling that eventually one can take guidance from everyone. What to say 24 Gurus? There can be 24,000, 24 lakh Gurus. And it's not a question of giving up someone and thinking someone lower or higher. It is the matter that we can take spiritual nourishment from everyone. So both the examples are available in our scriptures. Giving up the seminal gurus or guru, those are taking away from Lord Vishnu. And within the Vaishnava gurus, we'll have different gradation. We can take guidance from everyone. And we can appreciate everyone's guidance. So that is the beauty of Krishna consciousness.
Excellent, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So enriching, so nectarian. Any final questions before we say goodbye to Prabhuji till the next time? So Prabhu, we would like to thank you from the bottom of our heart for joining in the last moment and giving a bonus class filled with so many realizations, so many examples, so many rationalizations, keeping our bhakti in the center. And would like to invite you to come again and again and bless us by your Katha. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Any final words from Krishnavananda Prabhu to Prabhu and then announcement?
Thank you very much, Prabhu. We are really grateful to you. Loud Haribol. Haribol.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Hari Hari
Haribol.
Bol. Thank you, Prabhu.
Panchakalpadam.
Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnava Namo Namo. Jai. Thank you.
Thank
you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Wonderful.
Quick announcement. Please join for Sunday Feast program today evening, 5:30 to 9 as usual. And today is Vamanadev. We fasted yesterday, so today we can feast. And then tomorrow is also very important day. Next 2 days are very important. Tomorrow is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's appearance day. He's our 7th Goswami. He has written enormous books and he has established the platform. On top of it, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur did his work. On top of it, Srila Prabhupada did. But he is the pioneer. Pioneer in Krishna consciousness is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we should offer our respectful obeisances and pray. And also it's Srila Narottam Haridas Thakur's disappearance day. Very, very important day. That's why. If we want to perfect our chanting, we should offer our respects and prayers to Haridas Thakur. He is the epitome of chanting, how to chant till the last breath, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took him in his lap personally and personally was there in his presence. And he danced with his body. He did all the final rites and distribution of Lord Jagannath Mahaprasad on that day. It's a glorious passing away. We should read from Antilila Chaitanya Charitamrita about Haridas Thakur's passing away. One will receive the benediction from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He writes that, he makes that statement at the end. So let us try to dedicate some time to understand Bhaktivinoda Thakur's glories and Haridas Thakur's glories on Monday at least. Fasting till noon for Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur's appearance. Tuesday is Viswara Mahotsav, last Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, and Sri Prabhupada is taking Sannyas Day, and I think Sri Bhakti Charu Maharaj's appearance day, if I am not wrong. Those important. Sankirtan festival starts, World Holy Name Week starts. Prabhupada has specifically taken sannyas to carry out the orders of his spiritual master, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada, Lion Guru. So that's a holy name distribution began with Sri Prabhupada more widely all over the world. So let us distribute this holy name all this week more so. Whoever you meet, chant and be happy. Ourselves, we should be chant and be happy and distribute to others also. Suggest everybody, our parents, relatives, neighbors, whoever we meet, or at least converse with Hare Krishna, converse with nice words so that they are pleased and ready to accept, become favorable to Krishna consciousness in that way. Okay, those are the immediate festivals. Next Sunday, next Sunday is Holiness Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj coming. Next Sunday, we'll join. Kartik is starting October 17th to November 13th, I think. Ashadha Shayana Ekadasi to Uttana Ekadasi are the Sharad Purnima to Rasa Purnima, which is October. We'll post the details. Please prepare, plan ahead. Only 1 more month or so is there. So it's coming up very soon. So, thank you very much for joining. We'll see you next Sunday or this Sunday, today evening at the temple. And if you have registered for English books of Gita Lekhan, please collect it from me. Those who are not registered last Sunday or before Sunday when Maharaj was there, give the names, and when the next English books are, you can take Hindi book and write English. So we have limited books of English. Okay, thank you. Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.